magnificently hit through the line for 4 from the time it left the bat. And I don't think we need to say that David Bourne is a former batsman of the Australian team after seeing that shot. Now Jude, the batsman, brings up the 100 for 2. He's gone. Well, there's good bowling. Enticed him down the pitch. Ravi Shastri takes the catch. A beautiful piece of bowling by Raju. Beat him in flight. Didn't quite get to the pitch ball, and it's a vital wicket.
Maybe that the ball didn't spin either because it's gone away on the onside, and I'm sure that David Boone was trying to hit with the spin, hit over the offside, but the ball's virtually gone straight on and finished in the hands of Ravi Shastri. So that's a terrific blow struck there by Venkatapati Raju. Australia 3 for 102.
It's well placed. It could go all the way. Beautifully timed and placed shot by Steve Waugh.
Yes, the captain had just brought mid-on up into the circle. That's Prabhakar, because they were getting some easy singles down there. And Steve Waugh took advantage of that. Picked the gap beautifully.
Superb stroke. Just a metre or two to find the gap, and he timed it and placed it. Just opened the face and a little bit of bottom hand there. Superb stroke. It's well fielded. This young man's not going to let too many singles go by on his side of the pitch.
Yes, he's a very enthusiastic cricketer, Jadeja. Steve Waugh there trying to encourage the throw at the stumps.
It's a great shot. Pick up 3, so good over by Stephen Waugh. He picks up 7 runs. 3 for 130.
So as the banner said, Australia declaring war on India there. Waugh looking like he's really getting his stride now.
Yes, 7 runs off this over, and but for that fine save by Srikanth.
Looking for 2. This is a small ground. It's always dangerous going for the 2 on a flat throw at the Gabba. Different from being on the MCG.
Yep, you have to judge your fielders and also motor, which is exactly what Dean Jones has done. Just made it in there, and his momentum has carried him, in fact, 20 metres past the stumps there. Just taking a few breaths. And actually, that 20-metre follow-through does give you a bit of extra time to regain composure, grab some oxygen and prepare for the next ball. And so no chance of a run-out.
And a deep backward square, can't get that. It's a good shot by Dean Jones. Off the meat of the bat, half century for Jones. Very important innings, not just for the right-hander, but also for Australia.
And the advantage of a small ground for the batsman here. The ball struck very hard, very cleanly. And the man at deep square leg, 15-20 metres behind square, only had to move 2 or 3 yards, but it wasn't enough.
Good fielding by Tendulkar. It's the end of the over. It's 3 for 153. And there'll be no more of that from Steve Waugh. A little bit of room for the shot. That's well bowled by Srinath. It's been a good over so far. Pressure onto the batsman, and the bowler came out on top.
Very much victory for Srinath. Steve Waugh trying to make room, being cramped for space by the length of the ball. And the bail's going. Steve Waugh returns. Australia 4 for 156.
New Moody has had a mixed season, but his performance today will be very important from Australia's point of view, as well as his own. 4 for 156 it is. That won't please Srinath, and certainly won't please his skipper. A full toss on leg stump to take it up to 4 for 160. Steve Waugh, the man to go there. Srinath angling the ball in at leg stump. As we thought, Moody has come in at the fall of that wicket of Steve Waugh, and Alan Border has slipped down to number 7. That's gone fine of the fielder at deep fine leg, Srinath. Couple there, but he's at deep fine leg, and once again, good strong arm coming in from the great all-rounder.
Gaffeldev just managed to get a boot on it there. Comparatively long in the tooth by Indian bowling standards, been around for a long time, but still saving the boundary at a wideish long leg there for India.
6 and over would get Australia up to 230 at the end. He's hit that with terrific power, because the man at mid-off almost got across to it. The one at mid-on very deep couldn't get there by a couple of yards. It's the end of the over for 175.
And Srinath spoiling what would have been a good over by giving Tom Moody a full toss to crack to the boundary, easing the pressure off. Tom Moody now 9, Dean Jones on 61, and Australia have got 6 runs from their 41st over.
So Jadeja, the new player, comes back into the attack, brought into the World Cup squad. He wasn't here with the Indians for their Test Series and the World Series matches early in the season. Had 5 overs to start with for 21. A wayward return from Srinath, so he's had a pretty bad day, Srinath.
Bit of a risk here, continuing with Srinath. Taking a bit of stick so far today.
And some more. Hit right through the line of the ball, so the new bat seems to have worked the trick for Tom Moody. Right over the infield for 4.
Srinath just very predictable as a medium-pace bowler. He doesn't hit the wicket very hard. He's not bowling an ideal length. He's either too full or too short. Seems to me that he's the ideal bowler for Tom Moody.
Score of around 230 looks as if it's on the cards. A desperate dive back by Jones. He was looking to steal a leg by. Moody wouldn't have it.
Rather an ambitious appeal by Srinath, and then a desperate attempt by Dean Jones, just losing the footing. The Indian bowlers, apart from Srinath, haven't done a bad job.
Bowling, dragged it on, just got the inside edge, hitting right across it. Tom Moody, and Prabhakar gets a wicket with the first ball of a new spell, and Australia have lost their 5th wicket.
A little bit of predicting going on here by Tom Moody. Decided that he was going to go down the ground. It was the slower ball, the off-spinner from Prabhakar. Tom Moody only managed to help it onto his middle stump. And Tom Moody's on his way for 25. Australia 5 for 198. And this is what we see from stump vision. before being dismantled. Crowd here delighted to see their local hero Alan Border come to the crease.
And off the mark right away. Alan Border, of course, also the Queensland captain. And he's come in and raised the 200 for Australia in the 46th over.
Oh, unlucky. Hit the stumps and ended up going through them. You can't hit them back much straighter than that.
Probably in the end, the fact that they slowed the ball down, they got two. Went straight through the middle stump there. Stump vision will show the straight hit from Alan Border. As Tony Gregg says, stump to stump, picks up 2 runs.
So Border will be hoping for something just short of a length. He's a very good puller of the ball.
Dean Jones very strong on the onside. He's played one magnificent square cut in the previous over, but his strength is on the onside, and he'll look at going between mid-wicket and long on if Prabhakar strays on leg stump.
Get it over the side screen for 6, I say. Oh, it's going, you beauty, onto the block track for 6. Slot right into that mid-wicket area. Beautiful shot from Dean Jones. Well, he really's got to hit through everything now right to the end of the innings.
As he moves on to 90, he got that on the up, was a fraction short, hit through mid-wicket. That was where he had to go. There was a gap there. Hit as clean as a whistle. Beautifully struck. Poik over mid-wicket, he'd call it. Got it on the rise, hit it beautifully.
The bowler will be trying to bowl one right up in the block hole. Rather over-pitch than under-pitch. Doesn't want Dean Jones to get under this one. He's hit that straight down the ground. It's going, no, it's not, it's right in the air. He's saying, leave it to me, I'll catch it. Yes, he will, he's got it. Jones out. Just for a second, there was going to be chaos there. There was potential for a 3-way collision. But good thinking by Prabhakar. He told them all to go away. And he ended up taking the catch himself.
As Mike Prabhakar ends Dean Jones's fine innings of 90 with a good catch. It wasn't easy. He went for it, got under it a bit, and there's Prabhakar going back. It was very, very high, mid-on. And mid-off come in, and Prabhakar at the end does the job. Jones out for a magnificent 90. Superb innings. 108 balls faced. Caught and bowled Prabhakar. 6 for 230.
So he's on strike. This is Dev. And that's off the pad, and it's going to go running down towards the boundary. It'll go for 4-2, I should think. It's well done. Ravi Shastri doing very well to drag that one back. Well, let's have a look at the dismissal of Jones.
Really went for it, looking for another 6. Mid-on come in, mid-off come in. Prabhakar very cool in the crisis there. Could have easily been a mix-up. Took the return catch.
Yes, they came running in from all angles, and you watch his arms out. Leave it to me. Pushes them away and gets under it himself. Not a bad catch. It went a long way up. Good shot by Border, but that area's covered. Good throw too. So what Border's got to hope for now is that Craig McDermott can get under one. He's big, he's strong. See if he can hit it over the boundary rail. He's gone for that one. This is in the air. This could be out. It is, oh, brilliantly caught. Absolutely magnificently caught by Middle. The DJ coming in there, and what a catch that is. RJ Jadeja coming in from mid-off. Now you have a look at this.
Yes, he didn't pick it up for a while either. He was very deep. It was a high score. There he is. He balks and he comes. He's got his eyes on the ball. What a magnificent catch that is. That is one of the best outfield catches you'll ever see. Young man playing his first one-day international, Border under it. A great running catch. That's what India need to do in these final deliveries. Good defensive cricket. Border out for 10. It's 7 for 235. Davida took the catch at long off. Kapil Dev hitting back after 16 off the previous over. Border under it. and he balked it long off. He didn't pick it up at the white ball. He's finally got his eyes on it. This is a magnificent effort. That is a gem of a catch. Diving forward at the ball, inch above the ground, and a vital wicket. Put a charging down, hit it over long off probably the outside edge of the bat. It was dying too. It was going to die in front of the long off fieldsman. And he comes flat out. Magnificent camera work, and what a superb catch. Fantastic stuff.
Good toss, and that's out. So another wicket falls with the score on 236. So Australia now 8 down. Dodhy again taking the catch.
Much easier catch that one, but these are vital wickets for India. Australia looked like been 250 plus when Jones was on fire. They picked up Jones for 90. Now Border and McDermott depart, and India doing well in the final overs. It's so important. They'll be chasing about 240 odd, and they're with a real chance here at the Gabba. McDermott out, 8 for 236.
Merv Hughes at the non-striker's end. He hasn't got the problem. Taylor has it because Prabhakar is on a hat-trick. So will he get this hat-trick? Let's have a look at this. It's well bowled. A come on there from Taylor. Merv Hughes looking for the second, but deciding that it'll be a bit risky. So it's over to Big Merv now.
Nice Prabhakar mixing him up. A slower ball, the full toss to McDermott.
Oh, he's missed that one as well. Another slower ball. Hit the stumps too, so that's a run out. So Taylor out, run out. The end of the Australian innings, 9 for 237. So the Indians will need 238 runs to win.
.37 required on this small Gabba ground. Good pitch, fast outfield. Srikanth, the batsman, on strike, and Ravi Shastri, the non-striker. Conditions are perfect. It's quite warm, bright and sunny. A bit of cloud about. Maybe some movement for McDermott, Whitney and Hughes. It's close to wide, and it's called. And good afternoon, Ian Shuff.
Good afternoon, Bill, and good afternoon, all. Yes, umpire Aldridge from New Zealand, Brian Aldridge. They're signalling wide. Craig McDermott, as he has done pretty well all the time since he's come back into international cricket, has the ball moving away.
It's a good shot. Strong onside field, but that beats mid-off. 2 to Ravi Shastri. He's an experienced cricketer, Ravi Shastri, and he's very calm when the pressure's on. He doesn't make a lot of effort early on to lift the run rate. His strike rate there, 59.5, and 145 matches played. Bowling! A wicket made by McDermott. Spot on. Over goes the castle. A great breakthrough. Beautiful piece of bowling by Craig McDermott.
And Srikanth didn't look like it at all. And McDermott bowled a beautiful over to him. Maintained a terrific line around off stump and then eventually hit off stump, and Srikanth missed that by a mile. He was playing down leg stump and it hit off stump. So India losing their first wicket with just 6 on the board.
Craig McDermott's knocked over Srikanth with a delivery that pitched about middle and took off. That was the last ball of McDermott's over. He's 1 for 2 off 2. It's Whitney now to Shastri. He hammers that cover. Just single. And Craig McDermott bowled the perfect line in that previous over.
Yes, it was an excellent over. He put plenty of pressure on Srikanth. Srikanth was putting a bit on himself as well. Kept playing and missing, opening up the face of the bat. And really, that was a pretty poor shot. Playing down leg stump and it hit off. And certainly Azharuddin is a much better striker of the ball than Ravi Shastri. So he's taking up too much strike at the moment for not enough result.
That breaks the shackles. Wafted on drive. Didn't quite time it. He's dropped his bat as well. That's terrible cricket by Ravi Shastri. And only pick up 2. Well, that's very, very disappointing from India's point of view. Picking up 2 runs from it. Wafted on drive. It's 1 for 9. Great shot. It should go all the way. Beautifully played. A bit of width there from Whitney. Perfect square cut.
Beginning to sprinkle here at the Gabba. Up go the umbrellas, and some of the crowd looking for shelter. So we could have a break in the play here. I would suggest that we will in a short time. In the air, but between gully and the backward point, they come back for 3, or should. And in fact, that's very poor running by the Indians. 3 runs should have been there. Third man had a long way to go to his right, but it's not been a feature of the Indians changing bowling for the first time. Craig McDermott, 5 overs, 1 main, 1 for 12. Bowled Chris Shrikant for a duck. And here's the unmistakable figure of Merv Hughes for the first time in colours for the season. Did play in the World Series competition, and this is his first match in the World Cup. Comes on to replace McDermott with India 26 for 1. Oh, glorious shot. That's a magnificent shot to greet Merv Hughes from Mohammad Azharuddin.
Didn't waste any time. Mohammad Azharuddin might have reckoned that was going to be a loosener. And he really gave it something.
He's got that away as well. And a magnificent save prevents it going for 4. Mike Whitney down the 5-length boundary. A run out here. And all sorts of problems. The ball eluding Whitney, and the clearest of run-outs being missed by Australia. Alan Border can't believe it.
I'm surprised. Can hardly believe it up here. Terrible running between the wickets. Nice pick up and throw by Marsh. Ball bouncing to Whitney, who is trying to and even then extra fumbles.
He almost killed his captain with the drive. Again, didn't quite time it as the shot suggested, and the ball won't get all the way. The rain now is setting in, encircling the Gabba, and I'm sure that we will be off the field in a while. Spectators already now beginning to look for shelter. But just to repeat, we do have a guaranteed result because of the fact that we have had more than 15 overs. Everybody here just rugging up, and it is set in all around the ground. And in fact, the umpires now decided that they will come off. India at 1 for 45. This is over number 17. Australia 9 for 237.
Any moment.
Used to be, as I mentioned a little earlier, an absolute doddle for the side batting second to win these games. Now it is considerably harder. 238 was required, and that's the way it is at the moment. Another 193 required, and the run rate required now is 6.29 per over.
That in the way, and it's gone down towards square leg. Pretty slippery out there, and good work, good backing up. Really good thinking by Mark Taylor. He went in behind Merv Hughes, who didn't gather the ball. Look at this, went straight through his legs.
Merv Hughes has gone in with a soccer tackle. Mark Taylor's also gone down and slid across the now greasy and muddy outfield. He hasn't been in perfect touch today. He hasn't found his timing.
Well, that's straight up in the air. This will be out. Yes, he's got him. So Shastri going for the big one, trying to hit the ball over extra cover. Stephen Waugh, very, very safe hands, gets himself perfectly placed underneath that one. So a wicket for Tom Moody. And Ravi Shastri makes his way back to the pavilion.
Shastri, I'm afraid to say, did look as though his concentration had wavered there. He was more worried about his feet. He's been trying to find his timing. Again there, he's miscued this ball straight up in the air. A good catch from Steve Waugh, going backwards at extra cover. Safely caught. India 2 for 53.
There now. Attention, Tendulkar.
Shastri giving himself room there. The Australians had the field in on the offside there, and Shastri aiming over extra cover, miscuing the ball off the top half of the bat. A little bit too much room there. Again losing his footing. Steve Waugh makes ground backwards, gets his hands up and makes a good catch. The ball having gone very high in the air there. Good view there.
In the air, but it's also in the gap. Moody will not get after it, will not catch up to it. It's into the hoardings.
Well, that made a pleasant change for India because they'd been thumping a lot of balls but hitting them straight to fieldsmen. Even fieldsman was in the deep, so they were just getting singles where they needed boundaries. So Azharuddin would be a bit relieved to find the gap there and eventually find the boundary.
For 70 after 23 overs. And that is 4 more. And that's a very good demonstration of why this young man is considered one of the most promising young batsmen in world cricket.
Yes, he got the placement as well as the power on that occasion. Really thumped the ball, but you remember in the last over from Tom Moody that he whacked one straight to Mark Taylor at backward square leg. Mess around going to backward square leg on this occasion, straight over mid-wicket.
It's in the air and it's 4 runs. It's a good bit of timing and a very good bit of placement. Mohammad Azharuddin getting in the act. Sachin Tendulkar pulling the 4 through that area in the last over, this time the flick over square leg.
I doubt that you'd get 2 better timers at the crease at the same time than these two. Tendulkar has hit a couple of lovely shots into that area, timed beautifully.
Been placed at both ends just to give them a little bit more traction. You can see it there through stump vision. It's in the air and he's gone. Steve Waugh, no trouble with those. Stephen Waugh, very safe pair of hands. Sachin Tendulkar doing the slash, trying to hit it over cover. He got it just above head height for Steve Waugh. 2 hands went up, no doubt.
Tom Moody has got a couple of breakthroughs. Tendulkar trying to hit inside out there and go over the top of cover, only succeeded in going straight to Steve Waugh. And the 3rd Indian wicket is now down with 86 on the board.
With 7 runs and over required, Kapil Dev has come in as the pinch hitter. Try and lift the run rate.
In the air, Merv, it's Mike Whitney. He's in that circle, so he couldn't get back. Deliberate shot, well played by Kapil Dev. Plenty of height on it, and it rolled away for 4. So 3-4, 99. Here's Steve Waugh. Sliced just wide of the gully fielder. 2 or 3 times you've seen the ball played in the air just wide of Marsh. So that raises the 100 for India. 169 deliveries for that 100. The number of overs have been reduced, and that's 4 runs, and the comparison certainly with a few more blows like that will get a lot closer. Typical Kapil Dev shot.
Beautifully struck, but again in the air. And the risk, of course, here is that at some stage these batsmen, if they're going to keep hitting the ball in the air, it's going to go to hand. The Australians have got to keep their nerve, keep their hands clean and ready for the catch when it comes.
Just wide of him. Well, they're teasing the Australians here. After that 4 from Kapil Dev, which sailed past mid-off, Mike Whitney was sent back from mid-off to long-off, and Peter Taylor was brought in from long-on to mid-on. The number of overs that they have to bat has been reduced to 47 because of the break we had earlier. Over the top, and well struck, down the ground for 4, just short of the boundary again. Azharuddin timing the ball magnificently. And if he continues to bat like that, perhaps I will put a bit of money on India.
Well, still taking the risks here, Azharuddin.
Brilliantly fielded. That could well have gone for 4 had it got through. 7 off the over, 3 for 123. Oh, that's beautifully struck. That's a magnificent shot. 4 more.
Well, there are gaps in this field. Kapil Dev picking one of those out with that ball well pitched up on the leg stump on Kapil Dev's legs. There's a man at square leg, very square, just in front of square.
Here we do have a guaranteed result. He's given him leg before. Kapil Dev looking to pull through the onside. Umpire Aldridge holds up the finger. Kapil Dev is not amused, but he has to go leg before. Steve Waugh strikes, and an important wicket for Australia.
Vital blow struck by Steve Waugh there. Kapil Dev possibly wondering about the height. A short ball from Steve Waugh. Certainly straight enough, and in fact it's only hit him just on the roll of the knee pad there. Probably means it was going to hit. Probably means that Brian Aldridge's decision absolutely correct, and India now 4 for 128.
Of the 2 earlier matches, had a disappointing series in Australia early this season, both in the Test and the One-Day Internationals. Left out because it was felt that he was too slow, but he is a very good young player.
Oh, good shot. Right off the meat of the bat. Whitney moving across, and well fielded by him. He'll be having a look in the direction of deep mid-on. And that's exactly where he's hit it. Beautiful shot by Mohammad Azharuddin. He had a little glance down there and then whacked straight over the top of Taylor.
Manjrekar.
He's got that one away beautifully. One bounce and onto the dog track. Not quite. Hit the rail and came back down. Lovely timing. Way over the top of the mid-off fieldsman's head. Now he'll stay back, mid-on fieldsman, he'll stay back on the boundary, and so Merv Hughes will have to come into the circle.
This is time for the onslaught. 7 overs to go. Rate required, almost 10. Well, there's a start. Brilliant boundary by Mohammad Azharuddin.
That is a magnificent shot. The ball was short, and Mohammad Azharuddin onto the back foot. Smacked it straight over the top of extra cover's head. Magnificent timing. Well, this could go right down to the wire if this carries on.
A bye that flicked off the batsman's thigh. That's a beautiful stroke again. This time by Manjrekar. Wonderful shot. And India giving this a real charge now.
He's hit that one in the air. This may be out. There goes Merv Hughes, out of his reach and into the boundary. It was an inside-out shot and kept going away from Merv Hughes. Ended up bouncing once into the boundary fence down there. So another 4 to Mohammad Azharuddin. 14 runs off this over so far.
It's a wonderful over for India. Great strokes from both Manjrekar and Mohammad Azharuddin. Four wickets down. Hughes, when he bowled his earlier spell, had 25 taken from 7 overs. Steve Waugh just had 15 taken from 1, and he has 1 over to bowl. So this is getting into a very, very tense situation.
Well, that's a magnificent shot. It's into the gap. No, is it going to be? It's just short of the fieldsman. Taylor tries to pick up, fumbles a little bit, back for the second. Well, just for a second, it looked as if it was going to go into the stand. But he got right underneath it. It went very high. Taylor couldn't quite make it. Now, the question is, what field are they going to set for Manjrekar? The real gap is, I suppose, over the top of extra cover, or perhaps over the top of mid-wicket. That area is also uncovered. What a good shot that was. Premeditated move towards the offside, and then a magnificent flick towards mid-wicket. Right off the meat of the bat, closed the face, behind square it went for 4.
6 wickets in hand for India, but the ball's disappearing fast as Waugh comes in for his 10th and final over. That's just wide to Border. He'll throw at the stumps. He's struggling. He's out. Yes, Border does it. A magnificent throw. Mohammad Azharuddin on 93, struggling to make his ground, and Border from side on does it again.
Well, what an important piece of fielding this could turn out to be. Balls were disappearing all right. They were disappearing all around the ground. On this occasion, Manjrekar has hit it to the right of Alan Border, a natural left-hander. He's had to move around the ball, pick it up from side on, and as he's so often done, steadies, fires, and bang, there it is, and on your way, Mohammad Azharuddin. A magnificent innings from him, 93 runs, deserved a century, but India now just slipping back. New batsmen to come in, they're under a great deal of pressure. Jadeja, the new batsman, 5 for 194, 236 is the target.
Using his 9th over. Got him over. So that's another wicket down. India now struggling in the final overs. A big effort here at the Gabba. New player phone to get that on ball.
Well, Jadeja had to throw caution to the wind, but he had to keep the odds in his favour. I think he was looking to walk across to the offside and flick it over mid-wicket. The only flick it got was on his pad and straight through to the middle stump. Merv gives him the beady eye, and he's on his way. 6 for 199, so the target is just becoming more and more elusive. Prabhakar is should be the new batsman, but he's not. Kieran Moray is coming in. Something must be wrong with Prabhakar, because he's a good striker of the ball. Why he didn't come in before Jadeja, I'd like to know.
As Greg Chappell's pointed out, looking to hit it maybe a fraction late. Little stump was pushed back by the ball ricocheting off the pad's hair. Stump vision clearly showing it coming off the pad. Jadeja out for 1. It's in the air. Border knocks it down. Throws at the bowler's end. No overthrow. Well backed up by Craig McDermott. It's all happening at the Gabba, and Border very much in the action. And then Breaker on 35. Slow ball, and he's got hold of that. It'll go all the way. That's a big one. That's 6. Just what's needed. Sanjay Manjrekar picks up Mervyn Hughes' leg break and hoiks it over wrong on for 6.
This is what the Indians needed to do. Spread off on the slower balls. Merv Hughes bowls them. Steve Waugh bowls them. There's the leg spinner. Good night, Mr. Spalding.
There he goes. And in comes Hughes again. Full toss, and he gets it for 4. Oh, beautiful cricket. Sanjay Mandraker gets the full toss, whips it away for 4. 6 for 210. Whoa, what an over. 14 off the over. 6 for 210.
Interesting move by Alan Border to bring Tom Moody back in. Craig McDermott will bowl, I would think, from the Vulture Street end.
It's got that. He beat Border. There'll be at least 2. Jones is the sweeper. 2 to Kieran Moray. And then get 2 a ball, and they'll get very, very close here at the Gabba.
They need some boundaries here.
Tom Moody. Oh, it's good. Top edge. In comes McDermott. He won't get it. Oh, and he falls over at the bowls in Kieran Moray. Should have been running like a whippet there. Slipped over. Didn't go for the second run. The pressure showing here at the Gabba. Top edge went over the wicketkeeper's head. McDermott did the cleaning up.
Actually, Kieran Moray may have done India a favour.
He's got that down to third man. That's 6 off the over. Coming back for the second. He's got to be out surely. It's gone. Yes, good throw by McDermott. They had to take it on. Sanjay Mandraker run out by a great throw by Craig McDermott. David Boone had the bails off in a flash, and that could be the end for India.
Almost a risk that didn't need to be taken. 6 runs from the over. The last thing they needed was Mandraker to get run out. He's taken Craig McDermott on, and you probably wouldn't find a stronger arm in the Australian side. He's only 35, 40 metres from the bat by the time he's got it. No way in the world he can beat that throw. David Boone does the rest. Ian Robinson signals the out, and Mandraker is gone. India 7 for 216.
It'll be very, very close. They get a boundary off this over from Craig McDermott. He struck it well. They're going to run. He'll get back. Boone's gone back. Oh, Boone doing the right thing, defending the throw, not looking for the run out. That was good play by David Boone. He didn't panic. He stood back, and Ward just lobbed the throw in. 2 balls remaining this over. He's got hold of that. There's a man out there. It's Taylor. They look for 2 surely. And that's good running. 1 ball remaining in this over from Craig McDermott. 6 balls to be bowled by Tom Moody. Kieran Moray, the experienced wicketkeeper batsman, on strike. Reduced match to 47 overs. That's 4. Jones coming around, may get. He's going in a big one. Sam's going to dive. No, 4 runs. Great effort by Dean Jones. So a great start by Kieran Moray.
A great effort by Dean Jones. He looked like he may get there in the end. It was a despairing dive, but he covered an enormous amount of ground. Tom Moody's the man under pressure.
Moray will be looking for where he can deflect or where he can smash it. He's got it away again. This will be 4 more. So this is real chance here for India. Moody bowling the full pitch. Can they do it? Well, it's going to be very, very close to the real chance now. If Kieran Moray can keep his cool and put bat to ball, they'll just about win this.
Goodness me, Tom Moody doing the right thing, keeping the ball full, but it's very hard for anyone to bowl without a fine leg. Very, very difficult to bowl without a fine leg. There's a lot of pressure on Tom Moody. Alan Border will have aged about 3 or 4 years in the last couple of balls.
A runner ball will tie this for India. Bowling, he's trying to pick it around the corner. That was probably a silly shot there because it was just desperate to put bat on ball. So Moody keeps it straight. Moray out. What a sensational finish here at the Gabba.
Tom Moody has done the right thing with all 3 balls. He's kept it full and pretty well in line with the stumps. He's done it again here, and Kieran Moray has taken a huge risk. Mind you, had he laid bat on that, that would have been 4 more. And stump vision has just disappeared from the Vulture Street end. The middle stump has just been shattered.
Manoj Prabhakar, the Indian street fighter, comes out to take guard here. He's a real tough customer. We see Moody there pitching. He was a little bit unlucky, didn't get some bat or pat onto that. Would have gone fine for a couple. What a tense finish. Here's Stump Vision getting knocked out. Good night, Stump Vision. Maybe good night, India.
So 2 balls left, 4 runs required.
He's got that away, they'll have to run. Oh dear, Smart not even running. So they run out, so that's virtually it. crowd, unfortunately, running on the ground. There's still a ball to be bowled here. Yes, they really should have tied it in this final over at least. And he needed to bat intelligently after those 2 fours. Unfortunately, Moray was bowled trying to whip it fine for the winning run with plenty of balls left. He probably could have done it. He was the man, Kieran Moray.
What do you think Raju might have said to him as he went past? Bill, good luck, pal.
Well, 1 ball to go. Javed Miandad hasn't had a good day, but he can become a national hero with 1 hit here. They're all spread out, 4 inside the circle. Here's Tom Moody. He's got it at 6, could it be? He's coming around Mark Taylor, it's Steve Waugh. He's dropped it. He's got to go back for the 3rd. Come on, run. They're running. It's they win by 1 run, Australia. What a finish. He dropped the catch, but the throw was good enough, and the runner was not fast enough, so India miss out by 1 run to tie. A great victory for Australia, but what a good effort by India.
The world is coming down.